research. But where does this go? I decided to get poked by needles today, and we are here with...
Hi, I'm Dr. Chaiya Sherman, and I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine.
I have a lot of friends who really want to try acupuncture, but every time they tell me probably the same thing that your patients tell you. I'm really afraid of needles. Is this gonna hurt? So today, to help you guys overcome your fear, I'm gonna be the guinea pig. So who do you think would really benefit from acupuncture? And is there anyone that you'd say maybe try something else before you try acupuncture?
Short answer is everybody will benefit from acupuncture. This is a full paradigm like Western medicine, so generally it can help most people. Anybody who needs surgery, they should go see a surgeon.
Is it kind of like acupressure, or what's the same or difference?
Yeah, so they're the same in that they both use these mapped channels on the body, and the difference being that acupressure is thumbs or fingers or knuckles, and acupuncture uses a needle which is about as thick as your hair.
Can you show us, like, on my body, some of the channels?
We have the lung, which starts up here at the lung, and it starts like right in here, and it goes all the way down to your thumb. Okay. And then the large intestine picks up from there, and it goes all the way up, and it keeps coming up, and it keeps coming up, and it keeps coming up, and it comes up to here. Okay. And then we have the stomach, which picks up here, and that goes down and around the face, and then it goes all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to the toes. The
lung channel, actually, I was thinking to myself, like, that is where I have a lot of tension and pain.
Could be like maybe you're an asthmatic.
What's that?
Like if you have asthma.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so your lungs are weaker, right? Especially maybe during a certain season. Yeah. You might find that you have more pain in that channel. Okay. Maybe your thumb hurts more, which is at the very end of the channel, right? Okay. Or it could be that it hurts just in your shoulder. So those are possibilities. And it's possible too that an injury could happen somewhere along the channel, which would make this side of your body a little bit weaker, which over time could lead to some kind of a lung issue, meaning like maybe there's adhesions that stop you from breathing and expanding your lungs all the way.
I see.
Right?
Okay, so if I stretch out the lung channel, then I can breathe better.
You'll help it, right?
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I see your tongue?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent, thank you. We need to clear the dam.
Okay. I've always been told that I have a weak digestive system, so I know that can create dampness.
It can create dampness, exactly. So your body's kind of like, well, I did the thing, but I don't know what else to do with all of this, so I'm just going to store it somewhere. And then it looks like you've got a little stress going on the edges of your tongue, some heat. So just like with Western medicine, we're feeling for the rate, but I'm not counting. Okay. And what I'm feeling is it's a little bit fast.
Nervous system dysregulation.
Yeah.
I would love to be a more calm version of myself.
And for the nervous system regulation, I'm actually going to do a point in your ear.
Okay, I said that I was going to be the guinea pig, but now I'm actually a little scared.
You're going to be fine.
Okay. How would you describe the sensation of getting an acupuncture needle versus getting like a flu shot or something like that?
So, the acupuncture needle is solid. It's not hollow bore the way that like a vaccine or an injection is. Okay. And so because of that, they're super tiny. So you might feel like the littlest poke, but it shouldn't hurt. Okay.
Can we show the camera just how tiny that point is? It's like a hair. No.
How was it?
That was so fine.
Like nothing. Right?
That was like nothing. Can we do that again? No, I'm kidding, please don't. Honestly, it's gentler than if I took my nails and I just So
I'm just squeezing the skin up a little bit to make a little pocket.
All my friends who are too scared to try this are big macho dudes. And I just want to say to you guys are all pussies. I'm honestly making such a big sacrifice for social media right now for the good of the future of Chinese medicine, because my feet and my ankles are completely unprepared for this. Literally 0 pedicure, 0 did not shave at all, but it's okay.
It's the reality of the
this is what makes it real, right? That's how people know that I didn't come in here being like, we're gonna do my feet today. So how long do you usually leave them in?
So for most treatments with regular patients, I probably would leave needles in for about 30 minutes. At this point, I would walk out the door, I would dim the lights, I would let you listen to music.
Ooh,
and, you know, in that time, your parasympathetic nervous system has a chance to kind of kick in and engage, and it starts to let the medicine do its work.
Have you heard of this term? In Chinese, it's the qi. It means like almost like to receive the qi.
Yeah.
So like, kind of feel a little bit of it right now. It's like where you start to feel like you're floating a little bit.
A little bit of floating. A little heaviness maybe in your hands or your feet. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you're high, but it's kind of better.
It's like high but better, right? Because you don't really lose the sense of control ever.
Yeah.
But it's still sort of like I've already had a drink or I've had a glass of wine already.
Wait, this could be a great, like, people should just be throwing acupuncture parties instead of like wine parties, you know?
I'm available.
Who needs a drink? Who needs a drink when you can feel like buzzed just off acupuncture needles?
I love it.
Yeah. This is nice.
We have found through a variety of studies is that acupuncture does more than just engage the parasympathetic. It can engage the immune system. It stimulates a variety of endorphins, as well as a variety of other receptors.
My left hand one is like a little bit itchy. What does that usually mean?
That's totally normal.
Okay.
Itchy spots is a histamine reaction, so we know that your immune system has been engaged. So that's a good thing.
Hello, immune system.
Hi, how you doing?
I've heard that you can help women get pregnant, or you've got women pregnant. Tell me more about that.
I have gotten some women pregnant. Acupuncture can be used quite successfully to get women pregnant.
Yeah.
Through hormone regulation and reducing stress, and again with that parasympathetic, right? Just allowing the body to do the normal processes. We can be of help. Like if you're doing IVF, if you're doing an embryo transfer, you could do acupuncture right then and there at the same time. I certainly have had many patients come to me before and after a transfer, and we have found that acupuncture increases the rates of that embryo implanting.
So if I wanted to get pregnant, not saying that I do, like how long would it take?
I would suggest planning it good 3 months before.
And do they usually come to you like after IVF has failed, or is it better to try as early as possible? Like when should I come
The first time patients come to me, it's usually after IVF has failed. They usually have a couple of failed rounds behind them.
Yeah.
And then we kind of take a pause and think about what it is that we're doing. Their bodies are often very tired and very depleted from those really strong meds. And so we nourish them back up to health, and then they get to try again.
Again, sacrificing myself for social media, the greater good of humanity. One of the things I'm planning early next year is to get my eggs freeze. Yeah. And so I was wondering, because one of the things is you can't really tell if your egg quality is good or bad. And so it's like, could acupuncture play a role in terms of helping me do a better job with egg freezing or get higher quality eggs?
Yes. Would acupuncture be able to help you determine if the eggs are better? Probably not. Although I will put out the space for some amazing pulse reader to be able to read it through your pulse, because I'm sure that's possible. Yeah. It's not something that I can do. I would help you through diet and acupuncture to give you the best chances. Start by taking your pulse again and see if the quality of your pulse changed any. So your pulse definitely is not as frantic as it was. It's definitely come down more. It's more rhythmic. Before, the vessel felt like it was a big balloon, and now it feels like a normal vessel. Good job. That's just in a few minutes of acupuncture too.
Yeah. Can people learn how to do this on themselves?
By going to acupuncture school.
After 6 years maybe of acupuncture school.
After 4 years of acupuncture school.
Do you think acupressure massage would have the same effect?
I think it will have a demonstrable effect.
Yeah.
I don't know that it would have the exact same effect.
I just want to say, guys, these needles getting pulled out feels like you're rolling up your sleeve. Like, you know when you go to the doctor and they pull the needles out because they're like, you're getting an IV or whatever, and you literally have to prep yourself just to get the needle pulled out? Like, this also feels like nothing.
One more.
Okay. The little ear one.
The little ear.
It's gone already. Look at me. Look at me go. Yeah, that was so funny. Actually, it was kind of hard to like stay focused during the interview because I was feeling like I was floating on a little cloud. So I was just like, come on, we can focus, because it was so relaxing.
Yeah, good. I'm so glad.
And then just sharing some of my experience, because this isn't the first time I've done acupuncture, but like for example, not only did I get that little like, ooh, it's a little itchy here. This acupressure point was like a little bit sore when you poked it. Not because the needle hurt or anything, but because that like spot was a little tender. I think, is that typically a sign that it's like things are not flowing super well?
Things are not flowing well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, spleen, it's digestion.
Yeah, well,
there it comes back.
Calling me out in a million different languages, this time through needles. But one thing that I experienced today that I often experience is like you feel a little pulse like in your nerves, like da-da, da-da, almost like a little muscle twitch. Is that also a form of like, you know, your body sending information across the
opening the
system?
channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. And honestly, it's just a really powerful and really natural way to have your body help itself. And honestly, like the needles, it's really not that bad. I happily make you a bet. If you go and it ends up being as bad as getting an IV, like hit me up on social media. You're allowed to like leave me an angry comment. And I'll take one for the team.